Stop. Listen to the sound of my voice. This is not a coincidence. This is not a random occurrence in your day, and it is certainly not an accident that you are here at this very moment. This is a divine appointment, a meeting scheduled in the courts of heaven long before you felt the weight of the world on your shoulders today. I'm interrupting your routine because I love you too much to let you continue walking in the shadows of confusion. Do not scroll away. Do not turn your back on this moment. I have pulled you aside to speak directly to your heart, to the places you have kept hidden, and to the wounds you thought no one could see. Stay. Breathe. Let the noise of the world fade into the background. For the next few moments, there is no one else in this room but you and me. I am here to do a work that you cannot do for yourself. This is your time. This is your season of deliverance. I am leaning close, and heaven is standing still to witness what is about to happen in your life. I ask for your absolute focus now. Do not listen to these words as if they are mere background music or a casual message. These are not just words. They are keys designed to unlock the heavy chains that have bound your spirit. There is a specific seasonal shift happening in the atmosphere around you. You have felt it, haven't you? That strange tension, that feeling that something is about to break. That sense that you are standing at the edge of a great cliff. This is the moment where the old world ends and the new begins. I am opening a window of grace that is only available for a short time. I'm calling you to come higher, to step out of the valley of shadows and into the light of my presence. This is an urgent hour, not because I want to cause you panic, but because I want to awaken the greatness that I placed inside of you. The stagnation of the past 7 years is coming to an end. The silence is being broken. Press the like button now as a physical act of agreement with what I am doing in the spiritual realm, and subscribe to this voice so that you may remain under the canopy of my protection. Listen closely to the promise I am making to you today. If you stay with me until the end of this decree, if you allow my fire to burn through the layers of your resistance, you will experience 5 profound shifts. First, that heavy pressure you have felt on your chest, that weight that makes it hard to breathe in the morning, it will vanish. Second, your mind, which has been clouded by a thick fog of doubt, will become as clear as crystal. Third, the stagnation that has held you back for 7 long years will be shattered, and you will move forward with a supernatural momentum. Fourth, your sleep will no longer be a battlefield. I will station my heavenly hosts around your bed to guard your rest. And finally, I promise you, this door of opportunity that no man can shut will swing open for you within the next 72 hours. This is my decree over your life. Type "I am here" in the comments right now to mark this moment and signal to the heavens that you are ready to receive. This is not just a comment, it is your signature on a divine contract. I am moving. Are you ready to move with me? I have watched you in the stillness of the night when the rest of the world is asleep, but your eyes are wide open. I see the way you rub your neck and shoulders, trying to massage away a tension that no physical touch can reach. I know the weight that sits upon your chest the moment you wake up, making the simple act of breathing feel like a heavy chore. You have wondered why you are so exhausted even after a full night's rest. You have wondered why your body feels heavy, as if you are carrying the stones of 1,000 yesterdays in your very bones. I tell you now, I saw you at 3 a.m. when the silence became too loud and the darkness felt like a living presence in the room. I saw you staring at the ceiling, wondering if this deep soul-level exhaustion would ever end. Do not be afraid. I'm not telling you this to alarm you, but to let you know that I have been there in the room with you. I have seen every tear that fell into your pillow, and I've heard every silent plea for help that your lips were too tired to form. I see the physical toll the battle has taken, but I am here to tell you that my strength is about to flow where your energy has failed. There is a fog that has settled over your mind, a thick gray mist that makes it hard to see the path ahead or feel the joy of the present. I know the frustration of sitting down to work only to find your thoughts scattered like dry leaves in a storm. I see the way you second-guess every decision, the way you replay conversations in your head until you're exhausted, searching for a mistake you didn't even make. You feel as though you are being watched, as if an invisible shadow is waiting for you to fail, waiting for you to trip so it can confirm your deepest fears. You feel a fear that has no name, a cold shiver in your spirit that tells you something bad is coming, even when everything on the surface seems fine. This is the confusion I am clearing away today. You have felt like a stranger to yourself, looking in the mirror and not recognizing the fire that used to burn in your eyes. I see the self-doubt that whispers to you in the quiet moments, telling you that you are not enough, that you have missed your chance, that you are broken beyond repair. Listen to my voice. Those whispers are lies from the shadows. They are not the truth of who I created you to be. I have seen the patterns in your life that feel like a leaky bucket where no matter how much you pour in, it is never enough. I saw the money that came in only to disappear through unexpected bills, sudden emergencies, and hidden costs, leaving you wondering why you can never get ahead. I saw the relationships that were once strong suddenly fray and snap without explanation, leaving you isolated and misunderstood by those who should have known you best. I saw the way you stood at the threshold of your biggest dreams, your hand on the doorknob of your destiny, only to be paralyzed by a sudden, inexplicable urge to delay, to hide or to wait for a better time that never seems to arrive. But hear me clearly. Now this struggle is not your identity. This heaviness is not who you are. These symptoms are merely the residue of an ancient pattern that we are about to break forever. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are a warrior under my instruction. This pressure you feel is the sign that the breakthrough is pressing back against the darkness. I am stripping away the layers of the past so that the true you, the one I designed for glory, can finally step forward into the light. Breathe now, slow your heart. The shift has already begun. Come closer now, for I am upgrading your armor and sharpening the sword of your spirit. You have been fighting with broken tools and weary hands, but today I am bringing you into my secret place. Do you know what it means to dwell under my shadow? It is not a place of hiding in fear. It is a fortress of absolute authority. When you abide in me, the arrows that fly by day and the terrors that stalk in the darkness cannot reach your soul. I am your shield and your rampart. I am the high tower where the enemy cannot climb. You have felt exposed as if the winds of life could blow you away at any moment, but I am anchoring you in the truth of my word. You shall not be afraid of the pestilence that walks in gloom, nor the destruction that wastes at noonday. 1,000 may fall at your side and 10,000 at your right hand, but it shall not come near you. This is not just an ancient promise, it is your current reality. I am wrapping you in my wings, and under my feathers you will find a refuge that the world cannot understand and the darkness cannot penetrate. I want you to understand the mechanism of the protection I am placing over you right now. I'm activating 7 layers of light around your life, a divine fire that burns away every impurity and blocks every incoming attack. This fire is not meant to consume you, but to preserve you. It is a wall of glory that surrounds your mind, your heart, and your home. This light is so piercing that no shadow can survive in its presence. When the enemy looks at you, he will no longer see a target. He will see a blazing reflection of my own glory. I am recalibrating your spiritual frequency so that you no longer resonate with the vibrations of fear, lack, or sickness. You are being tuned to the frequency of heaven, where victory is the only sound. As this fire rises within you, it will cauterize the wounds of your past and melt the chains of your present. You are being fortified from the inside out. Your very presence will begin to shift the atmosphere of every room you enter, because you carry the weight of my sanctuary within you. Now we must seal this alignment. This is not a moment for passive listening. It is a moment for a bold declaration of faith. Type this now in the comments: "Divine fire, cover me now." Do not see this as a mere comment on a screen. See it as a seal placed upon your spirit, a signal to the heavens that you have accepted your new mantle of protection. As you type those words, feel the warmth of my presence beginning to stir in your chest. This is your mark of ownership. This is your line in the sand. Press the like button right now as a physical act of agreement with heaven. Let that click be the sound of a gate locking against the enemy and opening toward your destiny. Subscribe to stay under this voice, for your training has just begun. I am moving you from the place of the hunted to the place of the hunter. You are no longer the one running in fear. You are the one standing in power. The momentum is building, and the breakthrough you have prayed for is already in motion. Look up. I need your eyes to meet mine. Stop looking at the wreckage at your feet. Stop staring at the storm clouds gathering on the horizon. I'm calling you to look higher, beyond the wind, beyond the waves, and beyond the limits of your human understanding. You have lived as a victim of your circumstances for far too long, reacting to every whisper of the enemy and every shift in the economy. But today, that ends. I am lifting your chin. I am pulling your gaze away from the horizontal distractions of this world and fixing it upon the vertical reality of my throne. From where I sit, your problems are small. From my perspective, the giants you fear are like dust. When you align your vision with mine, your posture changes. Your shoulders straighten. Your heart steadies. You are not a blade of grass to be trampled. You are a mountain that cannot be moved. Breathe in this new perspective. See yourself not as the world sees you, but as I see you, a warrior clothed in light, standing on the solid rock of my promise. The storm hasn't ceased yet, but you have risen above it. Now listen to the air around you. I am commanding the atmosphere in your room, in your car, and in your heart to shift right now. I speak to the atoms that surround you. Vibrate with the frequency of the Most High. I command every low-frequency spirit of anxiety, heaviness, and dread to evacuate your space immediately. There is no room for shadows where my glory dwells. Feel the air becoming lighter. Feel the static of the world dying down. I am saturating your environment with the peace that passes all understanding. This is not a passive change. It is a divine takeover. You are no longer living in a space of lack or limitation. You are living in a portal of my presence. Let the walls of your home be soaked in my grace. Let the floor beneath your feet become holy ground. I am recalibrating your nervous system to rest in my sovereignty. You are being harmonized with the rhythm of heaven. Stay in this alignment. Do not rush back into the noise. This vertical connection is your lifeline, and as long as your eyes are fixed on me, you are untouchable. You are being positioned for the rounds of fire that are coming to clear your path. Stay ready. Prepare yourself, for the atmosphere is thickening with my presence. We are entering the furnace of transformation. I'm initiating the 7 rounds of divine fire, and as each round passes, a layer of your old life will fall away like ash. This is not a gentle rain. It is a holy bombardment of love and power designed to level every stronghold the enemy has built against you. Stand firm. Do not look away. The fire is coming not to burn you, but to burn everything that is not of me. Listen to the crackle of the flames as they begin to surround your spirit. We begin with the first round, dismantling the spirit of heaviness. I see the iron veil that has been draped over your chest, making every breath feel like a struggle against a crushing weight. I see the mornings where the shadows seem to lean in closer than the light whisperings of despair and a sadness that has no name. You have carried a grief that wasn't yours to bear a cloak of lead. that has slowed your steps and dimmed your eyes. But now I stretch out my hand and I catch the edge of that veil. With the heat of my holiness, I dissolve the iron. I command the spirit of heaviness to lift. I incinerate the roots of depression and the seeds of unexplained sorrow. Breathe now. Deeply, feel the expansion of your lungs. The air is no longer heavy. It is filled with the oxygen of my spirit. I replace your spirit of heaviness with a garment of praise. The gray cloud is evaporating, and in its place the golden light of my joy is rising. It is done. The weight is gone. The second round of fire is now sweeping through your history, breaking the chains of stagnation. I've seen the loops you have been walking in, the same problems, the same failures, the same invisible walls that seem to block you every time you gain momentum. You have felt like you were running in sand, exhausted, yet staying in the same place for years. I saw the frustration of seeing others move forward while you remained anchored in a season that should have ended long ago. I saw the spirit of delay that has sat upon your projects, your dreams, and your prayers. But hear the sound of the chains snapping. I am pouring my liquid fire into the locks of every prison door. I cancel the mandate of stagnation over your life. I command the almost spirit to depart. You will no longer almost succeed, you will finish. I'm giving you feet like the deer's feet, designed to scale the heights with speed and grace. The delay is over. The friction of the past is being burned away, and I am releasing a supernatural acceleration. You are moving now, and nothing shall hinder your progress. The third round of fire enters your mind, clearing the fog of confusion. I see the static that has been screaming in your thoughts, the voices of 1,000 what-ifs and should-haves that have kept you from hearing my gentle whisper. I see the brain fog that has made you feel disconnected from your own purpose, as if you were walking through a thick, cold mist. I see the indecision that has paralyzed you, the fear of making the wrong move that has kept you from making any move at all. But now I command my light to enter your temples. I am burning through the haze. I am silencing the static. I command every lying tongue that has spoken confusion into your soul to be bound in the name of my authority. Clarity is your birthright. Focus is your new strength. I am sharpening your intuition and aligning your thoughts with the mind of heaven. The confusion is dying down, and a peace that passes understanding is settling into your mind. You will see clearly. You will know the path. You will move with a certainty that will baffle those around you. Pause now in the center of the flame. The battle is raging, but the victory is already written. This is the midpoint seal, a moment to lock in the ground we have taken. I want you to make a declaration that echoes through the corridors of time. Type this in the comments now. No door is open to fear. This is your boundary line. This is your decree of sovereignty. As you type, feel the authority of my spirit rising within you. Press the like button as a sign of your agreement with the fire and subscribe to this family. Your new daily rhythm, your new life of power, starts at this very moment. You are not just a watcher, you are a participant in a divine revolution. The first 3 rounds have cleared the debris. The next 4 will build the fortress. Do not move. Stay under the sound of my voice. The 4th round of fire descends deep into your roots, severing generational residue. I see the patterns that were not started by you but have been passed down through the blood in your veins. I see the cycles of lack, the habits of fear, and the chains of addiction that held your fathers and their fathers before them. I saw the silent curses that whispered you would never be more than those who came before you. But hear me, the bloodline stops here. You are the transition point. You are the one I've chosen to break the cycle forever. My fire is traveling back through your DNA, purifying the stream of your ancestry. I'm severing the cords of the past. What was allowed in the previous generation is forbidden in yours. You are the architect of a new legacy. I'm burning away the residue of shame and the shadows of ancestral failure. You are a new creation born of the Spirit, and from this day forward, only my blessing will flow through your line. You are the first of a new kind, a pioneer of grace. The fifth round of fire moves into your storehouse, sealing the leaks of abundance. I have seen the leaky bucket that your finances have become. I saw the money that came in, only to be devoured by unexpected repairs, sudden sicknesses, and mysterious losses. I saw the opportunities that were stolen right out of your hands, and the contracts that withered at the last second. I saw the spirit of the devourer that has been eating at the edges of your provision, but no more. I'm standing in your storehouse with a flaming sword. I seal every crack and every hole. I command the devourer to be bound and cast out of your territory. I am releasing the hidden treasures and the secret riches of the darkness into your hands. I command the gates of provision to swing wide open on rusted hinges. I am not just giving you enough to survive. I am releasing an overflow so that you can be a vessel of my kingdom. The days of lack are being consumed by the fire of my abundance. Your resources are now protected by the seal of heaven. The sixth round of fire touches your very flesh, fortifying the biological system. I see the wear and tear that stress has carved into your nervous system. I see the cells that have been vibrating with the frequency of fight or flight for far too long. I see the tension in your jaw, the inflammation in your joints, and the exhaustion in your organs. I saw you trying to push through the pain, trying to hide the trembling of your soul behind a mask of strength. But now, I speak peace to your atoms. My fire is a healing fire. It is traveling through your bloodstream, scouring away the toxins of anxiety and the chemistry of fear. Your DNA remembers the original design of health that I wrote into you at the beginning of time. I command your nervous system to come into alignment with the stillness of my throne. I speak life to your bones and strength to your marrow. You are being rebuilt from the molecular level. Your body is becoming a temple of health, a fortress of vitality. The sickness that fed on your stress is starving to death in the presence of my glory. The seventh and final round of fire ignites your purpose, reclaiming the stolen destiny. I see the dreams that you buried because you thought they were impossible. I see the identity that was stolen by the words of critics and the weight of your own mistakes. I see the version of you that was supposed to lead, to create, and to inspire, but was hidden behind a wall of insignificance. But now the fire is calling you forth. I call to the king and queen within you. Arise, I'm burning away the labels that were never mine. I'm melting the mask you have worn to please the world. Your throne is waiting, and the scepter of authority is being placed back in your hand. Everything the enemy stole, your time, your confidence, your passion, I am returning it to you sevenfold. This final round of fire is your coronation. You are no longer a wanderer. You are a ruler in my kingdom. The fire has purified the path, and now your destiny is clear. Step forward. The world is waiting for the sound of your true voice. It is done. The fire has spoken. Now breathe. Let the roar of the fire fade into a holy silence. Can you feel it? The atmosphere has changed. The smoke of the battle is clearing, and in its place a heavy golden peace is descending upon you. It is a peace that does not make sense to the world, a peace that settles deep into your marrow and stills the trembling of your soul. Let your shoulders drop. Let the muscles in your face relax. The war is over. The frantic pacing of your heart is slowing down to match the rhythm of my grace. I am blanketed you in a stillness so profound that the whispers of the enemy can no longer be heard. This is the peace drop, a divine weight of glory that anchors you in the present moment. You are safe. You are held. You are protected. In this silence, I am stitching together the pieces of your heart that were torn by the seasons of struggle. Receive this rest. It is my gift to you. Hear me now. Everything that was meant to break you is currently being used to build you. The enemy intended for that betrayal to leave you bitter, but I am using it to make you wise. He intended for that loss to leave you empty, but I am using it to create space for a greater fullness. He intended for the fire to consume you, but it has only succeeded in melting away your chains. I am reversing the flow of your history. Every tear you shed in secret is being turned into a seed of authority. Every night you spent in agony is being turned into a day of power. The very weapons that were formed against you are being melted down to create the tools for your next victory. You are not coming out of this season as a survivor. You are coming out as a masterpiece of my redemption. What was meant for your destruction has become the foundation of your promotion. I am the God of restoration, and I do not merely return what was lost, I multiply it. I am declaring double for your trouble over every area of your life. For every year the locust has eaten, I will give you back 2 years of harvest. For every ounce of shame you endured, I will give you a double portion of honor. I am restoring your joy, your strength, and your time. I am the God who steps into the ruins and calls forth a palace. The restoration is not a distant hope. It is a current reality that is even now manifesting in your circumstances. You will look back on this time not with pain, but with wonder at how I turned the darkness into a brilliant dawn. The reversal is complete. The tide has turned. You are standing on the shores of a new beginning, and the wind is at your back. You must understand that you are not walking back into your old life the same way you left it. I've upgraded your identity in the secret place. When you stand up from this moment, I want you to feel the change in your very posture. You are no longer a beggar at the gates of your own life, hoping for a crumb of favor. You are the one who holds the keys to the kingdom. You are a warrior of light, clothed in my righteousness and fueled by my divine fire. When you speak, your words now carry the weight of my authority. When you enter a room, the shadows must bow and the atmosphere must shift, not because of your human strength, but because of the spirit that dwells within you. You are a king, you are a queen, and you have been anointed for such a time as this. Do not allow the world to remind you of who you used to be. That version of you has passed away in the furnace of this encounter. You are brand new, refined, and authorized to lead. Walk with your head held high and your heart steady, for you are the beloved of the Most High God, and my seal is firmly upon your forehead. To keep this flame burning bright and to walk in the victory we have secured, you must now move with heavenly wisdom. Listen to my counsel, for the atmosphere I have created in you is precious, and you must guard it with all diligence. The first step in your new walk is to disconnect from the sources of poison that have been draining your spirit. Turn off the voices of fear, silence the news of despair, and distance yourself from the critics who seek to pull you back into the mud of your past. You do not owe your attention to anything that steals your peace or mocks your faith. You must also establish firm boundaries. It is a holy act to say no to that which does not align with your new identity. You are no longer a wastebasket for other people's trauma or a sounding board for negativity. Guard the gates of your eyes and your ears. Surround yourself with the sounds of my truth and the company of those who recognize the fire within you. You have been set apart for my glory, and your environment must now reflect the sanctuary I have built inside your heart. Furthermore, remember that rest is not a sign of weakness. It is a profound act of trust in my sovereignty. I'm calling you to intentional rest. Slow down. Let your physical body and your nervous system integrate the deep work I have done in you today. You do not have to strive, struggle, or labor to keep what I have freely given. My grace is your sustaining power. Finally, as you move into your tomorrow, start every single morning by locking your protection. Before you look at a screen, before you engage with the world, or before you speak to a single soul, look to me. A short prayer of alignment, a single word of gratitude, or a moment of stillness to acknowledge. My presence is all it takes to seal your armor for the day ahead. Simply say, Father, I am yours. Cover me in your fire. This simple act of surrender will keep the gates closed to the enemy and open wide to my continuous blessings. Stay in this rhythm, and you will find that the peace we have established today will not be a fleeting feeling, but the permanent climate of your life. It is done. The word has gone forth from my mouth, and it shall not return to me void. It has accomplished the purpose for which I sent it into your life today. Every chain we have broken remains broken. Every door we have opened remains open. Every fire we have lit remains burning. This moment is now etched into the foundations of your destiny. Do not doubt in the dark what you have seen in this light. The enemy will try to whisper that nothing has changed, but you will point to the peace in your heart and the clarity in your mind as evidence of my work. I have placed my mark upon you. You are signed by my grace and sealed by my holy fire. No power in heaven or on earth can undo what I have finished here today. Your future is no longer a question mark. It is a declaration of my glory. Now let us place the final seal upon this encounter. Type this in the comments as your closing decree. It is done. My future is guarded. Let these words be the anchor that holds you steady when the world tries to shake you. Subscribe to stay within this family of faith and join this community of warriors, for this is where your strength will be renewed daily. You have cleared the path and purified the ground, but know this: there is a secret weapon for the next territory you are about to enter. The fire has purified you, but the wind of my spirit is coming to carry you higher than you ever dreamed possible. Do not leave this place with a heavy heart, for your transformation has just begun. There are deeper realms of power and higher heights of favor waiting for you. Step out in boldness. I am with you always. See you in the next decree.